You know what? Let's no messing around this week. Let's just go straight into the news.
Let's kick things off by finding Logan to talk about Viking Voices.
Hi, I'm here with Stephanie Lopez from Viking Voices. What is All-State Choir?
All-State Choir is a choir composed of different people who try out from different schools and places from Nebraska, and then we all get together, we rehearse for like 2 days, and then we put up a big concert.
Have you been to All-State before?
Yes, I have. I went last year.
How do you prepare for your audition?
I practice a lot. I try to start at the end of the summer before school, and then just in school I rehearse with Mrs. Godekin, and that helps a lot.
What is the process of auditioning?
You practice the music, you get the music in the summer, you can rehearse during the summer, during school, and then we have a date we have to have our auditions in by, so we record ourselves singing the music, and it's pretty hard.
Okay, well, thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks, Logan.
And next we're going to go to Christian with the Principles of Technology class and their robots.
I'm here with Tevin from the Principles of Technology class. Tevin, so what is the focus of the Principles of Technology class?
The current focus is to build robots to compete in competitions to hopefully go to nationals, which is in Orlando, Florida. I think, not 100% sure where it's at. But then we are doing power drive second semester, but we're doing robotics strictly this first semester.
So like, what do you guys have to accomplish in order to get to nationals?
This year it's called the Skyrise Challenge. You have to build a robot that can push things around. You have to have a robot that can pick things up and put it on top of stuff to build towers. So that's why we call it the Skyrise Challenge.
Okay. Do you guys work on other things besides the robots, or like do you have anything else planned, or is it mostly just robots?
Mostly it's robots for now. Like right now, as you saw earlier, we're just programming. That's it. That's all we're doing. And then we're setting up concession stands and planning field trips. But that's
Okay.
about it.
So everything revolves around robots.
Yeah, it's robots. Robots is life.
So like, what do you do with the robots? You program them and move around? Anything else?
Not really anything else for now, but eventually, like, for example, what we're working on now, I guess, is something that's different. But we're doing an obstacle course that we had to set up, and we had to program a robot to drive through it without any help from humans.
Okay.
And so it's hard, as you know, I struggled a lot.
So, what are the limits of these robots? Or in other words, do I have to worry of my impending doom due to a hostile takeover by your robots?
Currently, no, because right now our robots run off of Dead Reckoning, which is basically it can't do anything on its own. It needs humans to help control it.
Okay.
But in the future, our robots are gonna
Run off
be
Skynet.
robots, which will be robots that can do things on their own and can function on their own, and might take over the classroom.
Okay.
They might.
All right.
We're gonna make them try.
Well, we better have the kill switch ready just
Yeah,
in
that's.
case.
I'm gonna have to put that in every room, probably.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, thank you, Tevin.
No problem.
Thanks, Christian.
Now let's go to Juan.
With competitive speech.
Hello, my name is Juan, and I'm here with Mr. Lyons. Mr. Lyons, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, Juan. How are you?
I'm good.
All right.
So, how many speech competition you have this year?
We will be going to between 12 and 14 speech tournaments this year.
What is the most challenge competition you guys will have, and where is it held?
Well, if I had to choose one, I would probably say the Millard West tournament, and that's a tough week because we actually have 4 speech tournaments in the course of 1 week, because the week before on Friday we'll be going to Fremont, then we'll be competing the next day at SCOTUS, we'll be up at Howells on Wednesday of that week, and then on the following Friday we'll be at Millard West, which is a giant tournament. It's actually, by placing At the top levels of that tournament, you can qualify for a national tournament. For example, we had a student last year, Tony Blaser, who placed 18th in humorous, and he actually that 18th place qualified him for the national tournament in Minnesota. We had some success at that tournament last year because Whitney Coop got second place in informative, beating over 80 competitors. So very challenging, but we did pretty well last year. We're looking to do even better this year.
What do you do in order to help your students make their speech?
Well, you know, we've got, for the first time this year, competitive speech class during 7th period. And so I've got 23 members of our 40-member speech team in class every day. So we start off by looking at PA speeches, which are your informatives, your entertainments, your persuasives. And we all wrote a PA speech that we're continuing to work on. We're also putting together an interpretation performance. So that would be your humorous, your dramatic, your poetry, or duet or duo.
Why do you choose to become a competitive speech teacher, and why do you want to help students with their speech?
Well, I kind of fell into it. You know, I competed in speech and one act in high school, and I loved it. I didn't necessarily have plans of being a speech coach when I was in college. I wanted to be a history teacher and a football coach, and I ended up being an English teacher and a speech coach. But when I first got hired at Columbus High, they had the position open for speech coach, and it was kind of a deal where I had to take it, and I was excited about it, so I took it and completely fell in love with the activity. I think that maybe more than any other activity, it's a place for students to find themselves and have their voice heard, find success, and truly be part of a family. And that's what we are. I think you'd ask any member of our speech team, they say that we're a little family.
Right. Thanks.
All right.
Thanks everyone for tuning into this week's episode, and make sure to catch us next week on Viking.0.